Warning: viewer discretion is advised. This channel and its content are not intended for anyone under 13 years of age. If you are under 13, please turn off this video. The following may contain material not suited for viewers under 13, such as coarse and suggestive language, tobacco, drug and/or alcohol references, simulated/fantasy violence, and adult situations. Additionally, this channel and its contents are not intended to be a replacement for proper parenting. Don't allow viewing habits to interfere with personal responsibilities and relationships. Constructive criticism is encouraged, making for better content. Jokes are jokes, albeit immature ones. Please watch responsibly. Thank you.
It's colossal, it's stupendous, it's conspicuously incredible! Hurry, step right up. Hey, Sonny, you want to give it a try?
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another edition of Conspicuously Incredible Gaming. I am your host, Mike. So this is going to be the 5th edition of Battletoads. We've done made it to this, I don't know what the hell, it's going to be a tower basically climbing up. And I think it's like some vehicle or some something or another, or some hand zipline type shit, I think, down to the end. Remembering now, I remember kind of seeing some of this in bits and places. Because I remember someone saying that Battletoads was hard enough on its own. With 2 people, by the time you got to the last level, it was damn near impossible. And I think it was because of stuff like that. So, I don't know. But let me go ahead and get us started on this. And here we go. I don't know if you guys have noticed, I always try to cut the music off in the same damn place. Like, that's not a coincidence. Like, I do kind of buffer to fill time. So I'm always, like, trying to cut it. It don't always happen, but I'm trying to cut it off, like, right at the same place. And I eventually want to get some intros and outros done where I don't have to keep doing the whole blah, 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 blah. I'll just, whatever, have some intro, and then it'll pop in, and it's me, and then I say, oh, yeah, I'm finishing up, whatever, and blah, 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 blah. And then same thing with the end, all of the, thumbs up, like, whatever, do all the things, have all that kind of, with the links on the screen and everything like that, too, and try to make something of it, so that's my plans for the future. I might even change that 8-bit. I know I have a mate there for a while. One of my, I hate to say fans, but one of my, was one of my first viewers. Didn't want me to change it, but it's getting to where now with the whole like silent film aesthetic that I was trying to go for the whole channel and the whole branding, the electronic 8-bit stuff just isn't really working now. It doesn't fit. I've changed a lot of everything up, but that's still kind of hanging on from when I was just, let's throw it up there and see what all's going on. I was just trying to find some kind of intro stuff and found some free stuff online. Dudes, Community Commons or whatever, in the copyright, so that I could use it no matter what, long as I've attributed, him as the author, so it's kind of what I did, but I got a lot of those, other piano ragtime type, silent film player piano stuff that would go a lot better with this. I even kind of, and I don't really want to overlay it because it's going to be too distracting, but like if you see in the background behind the Battletoads part, on the other stream part, I'll pop that up here. Like on all this, you can see anything that isn't covered up by anything in the background. I kind of wanted to have a just basically like the grainy film effect in the background. I want to fix a lot of the Streamlabs. I don't know if that's going to actually... It's not... Is it going to show it? No, it's not going to show it because it's recording. Unless it's underneath everything. That was from an older game. Okay, so that's that. Well, it's all the way on the bottom, so... Oh, that's right, because I don't even have any of these up here. For this, you know, but you know what I mean, the Streamlab tags, the Streamlab, you know, the little doodles that pop up. Oh, somebody subscribed, somebody donated. I want to get a lot of those kind of changed up too. Maybe, you know, one of them like amorphous, you know, dog cat like cartoon creatures doing the whole, you know, you know, and just you know, shit like that. Alright, so that's going. I done spent 6.5 minutes dicking around. Alright, so I'm gonna play something here next after this game that isn't quite so, I don't want to say like hard, but at least not so like unforgiving with the lives, so that I could actually not be sitting here and it might be a Steam game this next time. I think. I can't get him through the... You son of a bitch. Doing. We first make sure he ain't coming back. Going. Great. Oh, that's only getting me up there. Okay, I thought I had to make it through the hole. Damn it. Lost my beating stick. That's great. Let's get a little bit of practice in on this first before. Like totally going and slapping them damn buttons. I lost my damn beating stick again. Eh. So I kind of want to do Zelda: Link to the Past, but fuck. I kind of want to do the first one first. And I never was really that good at that one. But I ain't doing the second one because the second one sucked. I don't like. I never liked it. I tried and could never deal with it. Fuck, shit. Stop tripping over your balls. Oh, it's great. Bert. Need a beating stick. That's what I need. Fuck. I probably told the story about the cat, and I probably told the story about the dog too, but the dog we had was, his daddy was half wolf and half German Shepherd, mated with a full-blooded Chow. So this dog kind of had the body of a German Shepherd, but you look at him face on, he looked like a wolf. But you turn him around and look toward his butt, and he had that curled tail like a Chow. We called him Little Wolf, because his daddy's name was Wolf or Big Wolf. I remember we moved in that place and everything, and I said we had him up there on, tied in the back. I didn't like it at the time, but Mom insisted on keeping that dog. Mom insisted on having that damn dog. So we did. Well, we didn't have a proper swivel on this chain, so every other day, or so, we'd have to go out there, unhook him, untwist the chain, and then hook him back to the chain. Might as well just go right on from the beginning again. Now, I don't know if at one point in time he scratched and clawed and somehow undid the clasp on the little hook, you know what I mean, the little spring clip or whatever. Damn it, I'm not even paying attention. And somehow got himself off that chain. But this was one of these weird areas, a town. Some might even call it the hood. And he got loose one day. He wasn't an aggressive dog. I mean, he was actually very shy. Except for, he was aggressive to other people's animals. Anybody, we tried to walk him a couple times, and we always had to walk across the street and get him away, because he'd want to rip up somebody's little schnauzer or little terrier or something. But other than that, if you were out there in the yard and you even raised your voice to this dog, he'd fucking whimper. He was just aggressive toward other animals, other dogs. But somehow he got off that chain. Son of a bitch. Somehow he got off his chain, and it wasn't like it was broken. It wasn't like, the collar or anything was sitting there and he slipped out. No, it was just as if somebody walked over there, just undid that little clasp, that little catch, and just let him go. So in order to keep that from happening again, we padlocked the poor bastard to the chain. He literally had a padlock hanging from his neck. Fucking master lock. I mean, it was, he was on the bigger end of medium dog anyway. He was, a small large dog or a large medium dog, so it didn't really bother him that much. So we were out there one day, untwisting him again, like we always had to. And I had the bright idea, well, let's... Oh, and I have to preface this by saying, we had some neighbors move in, some people move in not too long from that time. We only lived in that place... We lived in that place about 2 years. Damn it. It was about the end of summer 2000 till I moved out in like September 2002. So we were in there about 2 years. I'd say it wasn't maybe a year or so after we moved in. Damn it. These people over next door moved in, had this dog too over there, had him chained up outside. And this dog just howled and howled all night long. And our dog never did that. Little Wolf never did that. He never barked and carried on like that. I mean, unless there was something out there that caught his eye or somebody dicking around out there. The usual stuff dogs bark at. But these damn dogs, dog across the street or right beside of us would just, as soon as it was dark, just start howling and carrying on. Well, we were out there untwisting Little Wolf like we had to every other day or so. Like I said, we didn't have the money, nor did any of us. I don't know. I even think at one point in time, and we probably could have bought a stronger one, but I think at one point in time we had him on a swivel and he broke it. And we had to have him on heavy chain because he'd break about every damn chain. About like my aunt and my uncle's dog, my cousin's dog. They had to damn near get like towing chain. Because any other chain, any like braided cable, that fucking dog would snap it. I got that goddamn towing chain. That motherfucker never got off of there again. Got one of them big ass, like 1.5 2 foot long stakes that you screw into the ground with like you and another guy and a 5-10 foot pole and a mule. Have to go around and screw that bitch in. Not literally, but it'd take one person and the handle of a screwdriver or a handle of a hammer or a handle of an axe or something like that, and you get that in there, you can get that twisted down in there far enough, and he never got up off of there again. But as I told you before, my mom was one of them types of people. A lot of people, them types of people, don't have no money and don't have no sense to have an animal. Why in the hell you got an animal? I didn't really think much of the dog one way or the other, except for just young and we never had a pet before. And yeah, I want the dog. And didn't realize, thinking about it, this was all 20 years ago. So both the cat that I talked about in the last story and Little Wolf have to be long dead by now. I mean, it's 20 years. If you get 10 years out of a cat or a dog, that's not that bad. There's one girl I knew from high school, went over to her place, like, Hadn't seen her in almost 10 years. Same goddamn cat. And that cat was like already 10 years old or so by the time when I first met her. My goddamn cat laying there like 18, 20 years old. Like, goddamn. So she's still around? Yeah, she's still kicking. Of course, that cat was funny. She was scared of fireworks. You know, during the fireworks and everything, I was hanging out with her that one year. We went down and watched them and come back up to her place. Couldn't find that cat for shit. But she goes, watch this. She goes against the vacuum cleaner, turns it on, grabs the hose attachment, walks over to the cat and just starts brushing, sucking up the cat hair. The cat's just rolling over like, yeah, I like this. It's fine. Like, most cats are scared of the vacuum cleaner. You turn the vacuum cleaner on near Princey, she'd run to you. No, do that thing with the hose. But anyway, getting back to the Little Wolf story. I said that dog they had out there next door just howled and howled and howled all night. So we finally, on our like every other day untwistings, damn it. Got him off there and everything, and one of us always had to hold him while the other one untwisted the chain. And I had a bright idea. You know what? Let's see how well behaved he is. Let's see if he'll just stay for a second and stand there while we untwist the chain. Fuck no. As soon as I let go of my hand off his collar, he turned around and bolted. Out around the side of the house, toward the street. Did a U-turn around the fence, the picket fence between ours and the neighbors' houses. Did a U-turn, went into that yard. And I'm already like, oh fuck. We don't need this. That dog was going to go over there and give that other dog a piece of his mind. So the only thing I'm thinking is, oh dear God, I don't need a lawsuit. I don't need my dog fucking up anybody else's dog. I don't need their dog fucking up my dog. I was already of the mind too. Like, I told Mom after the fact, I was like, I wasn't afraid of Little Wolf biting me or anything. Huh. So if Little Wolf ever bit me, I'd kick the shit out of him. We ain't been nothing but good to that dog, and he gonna sit there and bite you. I'll stomp the shit out of him. Bastard ever bit me, and he never did. There was one time I think he nipped my mom's finger, and it was purely by accident. We got these treats that come in the, come in the pouch and everything. Them kind of like semi-wet, like beef jerky, chicken jerky kind of treats. And he got a little overzealous and misgauged the bite, I guess. Misgauged the grabbing it. And instead of like nipping the end of it and pulling it away, he caught a little of my mom's finger in it too. I mean, as soon as he did it, he knew what he did, and he backed up. But like he knew exactly what was it, because he backed up and like, oh shit, he had that look like, oh shit, did I just do that? Yeah, you did. So this dog walks. Damn it! I'm over here fucking up again. So and I wouldn't even say it was a run. It was more like a brisk walk. And this dog just made a beeline toward the street to the end of that fence, did a U-turn around that fence, went into the neighbor's yard. I'm already hot on his ass because I didn't want no shit. By the time I got around to there, he was already, wasn't even 10 foot up on this big black lab. And by the time my hand got to his collar, he was hunched over this black lab growling. And I just grabbed his collar, jerked him on up, said, "Come on back here, boy." Turn around, I mean, and the dog didn't even give me no resist. As soon as I grabbed his collar and pulled him up, he's like, "Oh, all right, yeah, all right." And he come around, tried it back with me and everything, back around the fence, back around to the side there. I didn't hear nothing. My adrenaline was going. I was trying to grab the dog. My mom, on the other hand, she heard the neighbors over next door talking. So I guess they were all sitting out there, you know, having some beers, doing whatever, barbecuing, you know. As I come back around that fence, my mom said all she heard from over in that yard was, "Did you see that shit? You see that old white boy grab that white dog and take off?" So I didn't see shit. I ain't hear shit. I just trying to grab a dog. The yeah, white boy come around that fence, grab that dog up like it was nothing. That's what I told her. I said, "Yeah, some bitch better not try to bite me." Damn it. Yeah, that dog wasn't having any of it, though. Actually, what was even funnier, and this was a story with my sister, actually. I think it was during one of the times we were walking him. And so, we're just walking around one of the many blocks down there in that area. You know, just walking the dog and everything, and just looking up, and all of a sudden there's this squirrel on this telephone pole. He was... Actually, I think he ran over. The dog saw him too. Damn it. But of course, you know, we're trying to hold him. The dog saw the squirrel. Squirrel saw the dog. Said, "Fuck all that." Ran up the telephone pole. Got up about halfway, maybe slightly more than halfway. I'd say halfway-ish. And I got the dog back a good little ways from the telephone pole. And she gets up under this telephone pole looking up at this squirrel. Oh man, look at that squirrel. About that time, man, that squirrel turns around, does a flying leap, and fucking right over her head and hits the ground and takes off. Scared the living shit out of her. All I could do to keep from rolling on the ground laughing and keep holding the dog. Because it did. I mean, it literally up there and it jumped down and just it missed her head by probably 2 feet. So that squirrel was coming after you, wasn't it? Then fuck that squirrel all the rest of the way home, man. Fuck that squirrel. So yeah, fuck that goddamn squirrel. I think for a good little while after then, for like the next year or something like that, I'd remind you, go see some squirrels, man. Fuck them goddamn squirrels. like I said, he wasn't an inside dog, so we always kept him outside. But there was one night we had to bring him in because it was colder than shit. And I'll admit there probably was some other nights we probably should have brought him in, but this night was exceptionally cold. So we brought him in, and it was, I think, just before Christmas time, or it may have been right after when the tree was still up. Some people, you know, we were never one of them types of people to leave the tree up for like till April, March, April, but our general rule of thumb in the family, you know, was that weekend after Thanksgiving, you could start putting everything up, and that weekend after the first week or so in January, you give it about a week, 7 to 10 days, and then everything should come down. Damn it. But I mean, it was just wind blowing real bad. I mean, it was frosty balls outside. And so we bring him in and everything, and first of all, we played hell even getting him into the back door. He did not want to come in the house. I don't know what it's like in there. I don't know what's going on in there. I don't want to go in there. And it's like, you know, do this for your own good. You know, you'll be freezing your freaking balls off out here. So we brought him in and everything, and I think we even fixed him a place where he could lay down and everything. And I mean, he didn't know what the hell was going on. But we bring him in and everything, and get him some food and some water and everything in a dish somewhere where he can eat, and, you know, have him something to drink and everything, you know. And we all went to bed. We got up in the morning. The only thing that dog had messed with was, I mean, he didn't even get in the trash. Nothing like that. The only thing he messed with a little bit was, me and my sister that one year popped a bunch of popcorn. You know, we didn't put any grease or oil or anything, butter or anything like that on it. We just like straight like air popped some popcorn, and then did the whole needle and thread trick and basically made garland out of popcorn. That's the only thing he touched. He pulled a little off the tree and I guess was investigating it. That was all he did. He didn't even piss or shit on the floor. He didn't get in the garbage can. He didn't nothing. Just that little bit of garland, you know, that homemade garland he pulled down, I guess. I don't know, but out of curiosity, but just my whole thing with, you know, inside animals and stuff, it's just, you know, was it cats, dogs, stuff like that? You want to lay all over the furniture, you got all that fur and hair, and I guess if people want to deal with that, then fine, but damn it, went right back down in the same frickin' hole. My nephew's grandma, they got, I think it's a lab. I don't know if it's a lab boxer mix or that and a little, I think it's a Yorkie. I think it's a Yorkshire Terrier. But it could be a Chihuahua that's kind of, thinking about it now, I think he is a Chihuahua. And I think they got another small damn dog too. And that big dog, I mean, just lay all over their shit, tear holes in shit. He got down to where he was able to pull the backing from the backs of the chairs, from the back of the couch, try to separate the backing from the frame of it. He was in the couch. He was literally in the couch, rooting around back there, knocking over shit, you know. It's like shit like that I just couldn't handle. But that's what pets do. That's what animals do. And I just... But, you know, them kind of complaining that they don't have any money and they're hard up too, but, you know, like 2-3 damn dogs, like, you know, I never understood what it is with people who ain't got no damn money and just need to have animals. Damn it. I was even trying to wait too. You know, and I mean, if that's what they want to do and that's what they want is animals like that, then, you know, I guess, but... It's not that I don't like them, I just can't take care of them, and... You know, one of my ex-girlfriends would get up in the morning, put her, you know, go out and take her dog out for a walk, put her in a cage. This was a female pit bull too, mind you. Take her out in the morning to go use the bathroom. Put her in the cage when she went to work. 4 or so hours, 4.5 hours. She only, you know, she lived right down the road, you know, like 3 blocks from where she worked, so it was easy to get home. Come during her lunch break, take the dog out, go use the bathroom, get some water, whatever. Put her back in the cage. Spend the rest of her work day. Come back home, take her out of the cage, go use the bathroom, whatever, feed her, get whatever she needed. Put her back in the cage and go running around with her friends and people, and I don't know what the hell she, you know, she could never just stay at home, enjoy, you know, her own company, enjoy, you know. In fact, she's working all that hard to have a place and everything, and I never understood people like that who couldn't stay home. And then come back home just before she's ready to go to bed, get a shower, you know, get the dog out of the cage, let her, you know, run around outside a minute to go get something, you know, use the bathroom or whatever. And then, you know, she didn't go back in the cage when she usually slept in the bed with her, but as soon as morning came, right back in that damn cage. So the dog spent, like, you know, $12 hours in the fucking cage all day, or more. And then she wondered why it was starting to get aggressive. Like, I don't even understand why you have the dog if you're not gonna, you know, take any time to really play with it or take care of it. It's like most people when they have kids. They just want to have kids because they think it's an item on the checklist of things you need to be an adult. run buck wild and everything when you ain't got no kids till you end up having them, and then act like, oh, I need to grow up and be more responsible now. I got kids. You should have been growing up more responsible before you had kids. I used to hate when people would use that shit as a shield. And one woman where I worked at, I can't work any overtime. I've got 3 kids. That ain't the company's fault. My sister wouldn't pay utility bills and shit. And then go, well, they can't cut my electricity off on me. I've got kids. Like the hell they can't. You know. Their mama and everything can't keep food in the house, can't keep anything straightened up, can't keep lights on, nothing like that, but let their daddy miss one damn child support payment and his ass gets put under the jail. But that's neither here nor there. That ain't really what this channel's about, but I'm just saying, you know. The whole thing with animals and everything is, you know, be responsible enough to take care of them. Don't just have animals to have animals because you want animals. You know, have the money and the means and the discipline to take care of them if you're going to have them. If not, like me, you know you can't do it, so don't have them. Same way with kids. I don't want kids because I wouldn't be able to give them the care and attention that they need. So instead of having them and trying to force something out of it, I say screw it. I gotta turn the truck idle on for a while. That APU is not hitting on anything. I'm at where I need the fuel anyway, so I run a little bit of extra fuel out, so I'm filling up before I leave anyway, so. But see, you know, we've forgotten that. We've forgotten that as in our modern society. You know, discipline, responsibility, holding stuff off till tomorrow if it's, you know. Come on, get off me. So that's why I need to have my beating stick. Can't even get close to them damn things. I don't want the brain, you know, suck your brains out. Oof. Get out of here with that. Fuck. So even the birds we had were funny. Somewhere or another, we ended up getting a hold of another parakeet cage. So we had 4 parakeets in this cockatiel cage. And it had, of course, it had the big door in front, but it had kind of a smaller door on the side of it. And I'm not saying the one for food, because it also still had the little, latches and the trays and everything for the food, too. So, this was just some extra door, like, on the side of it. We somewhere or another, either a yard sale or somebody gave it to us or something, was this round bird cage with like a steeple thing on top of it, And so what we did was we found, it was either something that her ex-husband had made at one time, or was some kind of little, like riser kind of stand. I don't know. Something looked like, I think it was something that was made at one point in time. And we found that we put that thing beside of it and put that bird cage on top, and we open and wire up the one door on it. It lined up perfectly with the other door that was on the side of the cage. So we took and we mushed them together and wired them together, and then stuck a bunch of sticks and perches and everything in that one. And of course, young at the time and everything too, didn't really, we should have just let them kind of explore it on their own. But this was kind of like a 2-room birdhouse. Like, they can go in the one cage, go out the other cage, just, they can hop right. They had plenty of room then. And trying to get them to understand, hey, you can go over there. And that one we had, we called it Ringo. Kind of a green, blue one. Stuck a hand in there and kind of like was moving over, like, a little bit toward the corner. And he started flopping around, and he finally made his way in there, and then he got in there, and he just looked around like, where'd I end up? And me and Mom made the joke for years. I just flopped and flapped around, because he's looking at the other ones, like, how do I get back out there? And they're looking at him like, how do I get in there? And we're making the joke like, just close your eyes and flop around, and you'll find your way in here. But eventually, man, they loved it. And some of the other ones, when they wanted to get away from some, they all had their own temperaments. When they wanted to get away from the others, they had their own little, other space to go off into. So there was plenty of room in there for the 4 of them. We had fish, too, for a while. Actually, we had, well, they call them Oscars or cichlids, something like that. And, I think that's what they called them. And basically goddamn piranhas was what they were. And so, well, we had 2 of them and a pleco in there. Well, the one of them ended up pretty much biting and fighting and gnawing the shit out of the other one. And then he also killed the pleco too. So, like, well, if you don't want your shit cleaning Hoover in there, then fine, fuck you. You just swim around your own goddamn shit then. This fish ended up being as long as a dinner plate was wide by the time it ended up dying. And really the only reason why it ended up dying was because we We ended up having the water shut off. Mom didn't have no other way of paying nothing. I had just got a job, spent that first month, that July that year, no damn water in the house. And the fish caught that ick, and we didn't have anything to give it to make it better, and didn't really have the water, you know, the means to clean and totally drain and clean the tank and everything for him, so. But what we did at one point in time was we had two fish tanks going. We had one with either guppies or one with the Oscar in it, and one with either guppies or goldfish in it. And at one point in time, we got the goldfish, and either he never ate them, or we just never fed them to him. Because we were also getting big, fat, juicy earthworms and crickets and grasshoppers and everything, too, for him to eat. So, Mom would go get a big earthworm out of the yard, wash it off in the sink where they got all that dirt in it, stick it down in there, and when he got an eye on it, dropped it, so that fish would come with her and suck it up like a sketty noodle. Gone. But these goldfish got big as shit. And this is actually back when I first started smoking dope with my mom. You know, when I was younger. We're sitting there one night, and I think we were, like we usually do, either watching MASH or something like that on TV. And we just happened to look over in time to see these two damn fish, these four fish. I guess they were kind of tired. Damn it. They're all just sitting there. They're just sitting there, swim, you know. They're not like, you know, diving down and, you know, they're just sitting there. All four of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not moving. I mean, maybe their gills were, you know, kind of in and out a little bit, but not moving. They looked like 4 goldfish suspended in jello. And me and my mom laughed for a half an hour. Just straight. Look at them, they're not moving. Why are they not moving? It's funny, they're not moving. I guess they were asleep or something. We had to go over there after a while and peck on the tank to make sure they were moving. They would, you know, start like, okay. That weed will make you do goofy shit. I don't smoke that anymore. I can't. Get out of here with that. Damn it. I remember the funniest damn thing. That damn big ass fish. See, we never thought of a name to call it, so we just called it fish. We thought about it for a long ass while and never come up with a name for it. Damn it. It's right back at the beginning. Already 54 minutes and I ain't got halfway up this damn thing yet. Let's see, the 2 birds my mom got from her friend. She was actually successful in breeding them. So the 2 we got, their mom and dad's names were Spanky and Gabby Greenbean. Well, We called the male Ringo, and we called the female Maggie May. Until we realized that the one female was not a female. With parakeets, you can usually tell by the color that's on their nose, but it's not a 100% thing. Especially when they're young, it's one thing and then it changes color sometimes. So when, quote, Maggie May got a little bit older, we found out Maggie May was, was not a girl. So we just named her after her daddy, Spanky. We got this one older bird from another friend of my mom. Said they really couldn't take care of him anymore. He was getting up there. He was 8, 9 or something when we got him. He was old Popeye. This kind of blue and white parakeet. My mom's friend that one year, she'd known him for years and years. He ended up, at the time we knew he had cancer and everything was passing away, but he was drunk as shit. This was... I can't even remember when this was getting close to Thanksgiving, because the joke was timely. He walked by, hey, can I use the bathroom? Yeah, it's in there. Go ahead and go in there. As he walked by, he saw them parakeets in the cage. And it really wasn't because he was drunk. He was just trying to be a smart ass. Looked over and said, if you gonna eat them some bitches for Thanksgiving, you better start feeding them. Just funny shit. And then later on, we ended up getting from somebody, couldn't take care of it either, a cockatiel named Ricky Ricardo. And one of his things, he always whistled Peter and the Wolf. And, let's see. He'd imitate the phone. That was another thing that was his. Whoever had him last must have had a dog or something. Because on occasion, he'd sit there and go, like, for like an hour. And Mom finally get tired of it. Look over, Ricky, the dog is here. Like, we didn't even have a dog. Ricky, you called the dog is here, knock it off now. Yeah, he got sick and he ended up passing away too, and we really don't know if it was old age or my sister not closing the fucking door during the winter time like she was supposed to, like we were all supposed to. Damn it. Now, Mom got this yellow one later on. She called it Sunshine. She was hoping it was a female, which it did turn out to be a female, but I'll tell you, Sunshine, she wasn't finger tame, but she was more docile than Ringo and Spanky. I was sitting there, and I don't even like oatmeal that much. Talking about like when you make it hot oatmeal, like like I'll eat the shit out of oatmeal raisin cookies. If you sprinkle like oatmeal on top of like apple crumb cake or something, I'll eat the shit out of that. I just don't like it mixed up like cream of wheat, like hot cereal for some reason. That much. And But for some reason, I get into those spells where sometimes I want a cup of, a mug of oatmeal. And so I made me one day. And I'm sitting there, my back toward the parakeet cage, just eating or whatever. And here's Sunshine, down at the bottom of the cage where I was sitting at, kind of got her beak poked through the bars, just looking at me. Like, Mom saw it first. Look at her over there. Look at what she's doing. Look over there, I'm seeing her, and she's like, well, you want some oatmeal? So I got a little on the end of a spoon, made sure it was cool, and everything. And I got slowly brought it over there, stuck it right over to her, and she ate that oatmeal right off that damn spoon. I'm like, well, I'll be damned. Look at you over there. You got a little bit more on the end of the spoon after about, maybe two or three spoonfuls, not spoonfuls, but, enough, a little bit on the end of a spoon there for she can get it. After that, she had all she wanted and she went off somewhere else. Like, I'll be damned. None of them other birds would do that shit. Fucking damn it. I said, then the one I got, which she was another yellow and white one, I called her Tweety. She ended up being a female. Got her from the same people. She was another, I guess with eggs and whatever. It's either a clutch or not a litter, but God damn it. I think she was another one of Spanky and Gabby's babies. And I got her and everything, and I had her pretty much finger tame and everything. She loved the shit out of me, but it got to where I'd get her out of the cage and then start playing video games, and she'd want to be right on my fingers. And of course, her little toes would get on the controller, and I ended up pushing the buttons, accidentally mashing her toes between my thumb and the controller button. So she didn't want to sit on my hands much anymore. But she always wanted to go down there at my toes. Start picking at my toes and my toenails and all that, but we tried, putting her in and mating her with Ringo, and I can't remember. I think it was Ringo, actually, the green and blue one. I think he either ended up trying to fuck her to death or stomped her to death, but yeah, one of them ended up killing her. And I don't know why. And it didn't happen until we tried to set up like a separate nesting box and all that for him, and yeah, she turned up dead one morning. Like, what the fuck? Ringo was constantly humping perches and even trying to screw Spanky. And Spanky, I'm not that kind of bird. You know what, I'm going to try to... I've been doing this now for an hour and 4 minutes. I'm going to start cutting this short now. I'm going to have to... Just because of something, man. I gotta cut this short because of brevity. Fuck. Get off me, Jimmy. Is that cockatiel we had was funny as shit though too. We took like a real small like spool that had thread on it, not like one of the kind of standard bigger ones, but kind of about the size one would be in like one of them kits, or we took an old shoestring or an old drawstring out of a pair of old shorts or something like that, and we threaded it through and we tied a knot on the end of it so it'd stay on the end of it, and then we tied it up top of the cage. Just something for him to play with. I mean, we were trying to, because I mean, that's when you have birds, when you have rodents. I mean, not reptiles. Reptiles don't want to. Reptiles only give a shit about eating, sleeping, and fucking. But like rodents and birds, a lot of times, as long as you make it out of the right material, it's got to be wood. It can't be you really don't want to use plastic unless it's a kind of a thicker better grade plastic. You always want to keep an eye on stuff, but I mean, the whole goal with like birds and rats and rodents and stuff is to just make any kind of anything that you think they'll play with, because they love exploring and finding out new things about things, and they'll find something to do with it, or if they don't like it, they won't play with it, and you just take it out. And like with my rats, it was you get some of them treats, them yogurt treats. I get an old roll of toilet paper. After you get the finish, the spool, the cardboard roll, and I would take and I would wrap a treat or two in a paper towel, and I mean really get it kind of stuffed in it, then stuff it in the middle, stuff either end of the toilet paper tube with more paper towel, and then fold the ends over like you would like a roll of quarters or something, so you got this nice little tight like paper and whatever package, and you throw that in there. They have hours of fun trying to chew at it and get in there and get to that treat. So we put that spool on the end of a shoestring or whatever for him. That damn bird would get up on that perch where it was hanging over and duck down and then get up under it and then stand up, and it'd be sitting on his head like a hat, and he'd just whistle and just carry on all day with that spool on his head like a hat. Like, okay, if you like it. I didn't think that was exactly the intended use, but alright, if you like it. So, yeah, when he passed, I buried him with his spool, because that was one of his favorite toys after that. Those birds we had, always loved them. The ones you buy from the damn pet store had the balls with the ringers, the little bells in them. They loved the shit out of those for some reason. Stand there and get on them and then just start flapping and carrying on and shaking the shit out of them things. And their mirror, of course, all birds, they love their mirror. They think it's another bird they're looking at. And if you know anything about birds, they kind of do that like bobbing up and down, and then they look like they're kissing and everything. They call it pigeon milk. They're sharing pigeon milk. They're basically sharing vomit. I don't know what the hell it is, but that's what they do. And so it's like they try to share pigeon milk with the mirror, the bird in the mirror. So every so often you got to take the mirrors out and clean them, because they're just covered in just basically for bird vomit. Ow! It hurt, you bastard. Damn, man. But yeah, I mean, I said it's not like we never had pets. It's just I think between the way, you know, back when I was little, we couldn't really take care of them like we should have, or didn't, or I said a lot of these animals it wasn't even my idea to have. And occasionally we did want, you know, animals and damn it. But see, most of it was, you know, because grew up poor, not having anything, not being able to. We knew at a certain age to stop asking for shit because we wasn't going to get it. Damn it. Actually, when we got thinking, you know, when I was telling you guys about Little Wolf, actually, when we got Little Wolf, we got his mama too. We had to keep her out in the front because dogs do what dogs do, and they don't give a damn about family ties or bloodlines or nothing like that. He would have done his own mama. Well, we weren't watching one day, and some other dog in the neighborhood done got a hold of her. And my sister was hanging around with this one dumbass kid at the time, and I think my mom started realizing how not only could we not take care of Little Wolf and Sheena at the same time, but we couldn't take care of her puppies as she may have had to. So she ended up giving him the 20-some-year-old kid my 12-year-old sister was hanging around with at the time. And Mom didn't say shit. Of course, after a while, it was like, well, what can I say? She gonna do what she wants to do. Yeah, because, you know, you let her. Stay gone for weeks at a time. She had to tell these people down the street. She'd been telling a bunch of stories about this and that, and they looked at my mom and goes, well, why don't you just leave her alone? She's, you know, whatever she's at. Like, you know that girl's like, you know, 12, 13, don't you? Oh, they shut up real quick, and they didn't let her back over at the house after that. She told them all she was 18 and was kicked out of the house. And didn't a damn single fucking person decide to go down there to fucking to collaborate that story. So yeah, they shut up real quick. Because you know there'd been some shit going on down there between her and all them guys. They wasn't going to say shit. They cut the losses on that one while they were ahead. Damn it. Well, I don't know if I told you about that hamster I had. I wanted a hamster and I had some money from birthday or something like that, so I got me a hamster. But when I saw it in the cage with all, like all the other different cages and everything had hamsters and everything in it, and this one was the most lively and, active one that was in there, I said, I want that one. And I got him. Oh, male too, man. He was well endowed. Had the big ass balls. After about a month or so, because I couldn't figure out what to call him, my mom goes, you think of a name for him yet? I said, Mom, I ain't thought of nothing for him yet. She goes, well, all I know is that son of a bitch has got some big ass balls. If you don't give it a name, I'm going to call it Big Balls. So that's what I called it, was Big Balls. So I had a hamster called Big Balls and a fish called Fish. Actually, I was working up to the story about the damn fish. Mom was vacuuming the floor one day. Funnier than the motherfucker. You're trying to just get going real good with that vacuum cleaner and you're kind of not like watching. And so she was vacuuming around this. It looked like somebody had screwed or whatever, like pieces of wood to make feet on top of this like cabinet or whatever. But we had that damn big ass tank up there. I'd say it had to have been a 150 gallon tank, 150 gallon tank. And she got the vacuuming up underneath it. And she got to going and hit one of the legs of that damn stand that tank was on. And that freaked that fish out. That fish said, around the tank, all four walls. I thought Mom was going to die laughing, but all of us were about ready to die laughing. She didn't mean to do it, wasn't trying to do it on purpose, but it did startle the fish. And as it swam and hit a corner. Swam, hit a corner, swam. It was all like real quick. As it hit every corner, every side. It went around that tank about 3 times. You couldn't keep anything in that tank with that fish, because he would attack it. He didn't like anything. Any of that fake grass, the little hut there. I can't remember if we had a little Buddha at one time. I think that was the tank that I got when me and my ex were together. But like even the airline pumping oxygen down into the fucking water, he didn't like that. He'd bite the shit out of that too. We always used to make the joke that just throw whatever ornamental stuff and whatever in there that, and just kind of throw it in there, because it doesn't matter what you put in there or where you put it, he'd always rearrange it to the way he wanted it. He always just rearranged his own tank. Damn it. Oh, you're working on fucking an hour 20. Damn, man. Yeah, get off me. I'm gonna let this run for a lot longer than I thought I was going to. This shouldn't even be this hard. So I'm gonna have to get through it. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm kind of cheating. It's because of time. It's not that eventually I wouldn't get through it. It's that I'm just gonna be doing this for hours. There, your tongue finally working. Just do what I can to get through this. It's already over 120 or an hour and 20. You stood up. Why'd you stand up? I gassed him. About like me and my cousin after Taco Bell night. Damn it. And see, that thing gives you no time to recover. You get hit by that, and that's it. You're screwed. Damn it. So. False start. Come on now, what? You forget how to toad? Shit. Damn. So everything can kill you? Damn it. Yeah, let's just itch my way up here. Gotta fucking save that. Look like goddamn Frieza is what he looks like. Of course you dropped your stick, dumbass. Alright. Alright. Come on now. If you held on to your stick. Ow. Still flatten the shit out of him. Squish. I gotta get that timing right. Duck. Alright. Alright now. Damn it. Alright. Come on, duck. Damn it. God damn it. See, and you never get any recovery time either. So as you get up, you're taking more bullets to the fucking head. Oh. I was about to say you ain't jumping on shit, but then he did. Had a good little chain going on there for a minute. Yeah, I wouldn't fucking get anywhere on that. So yeah, I've noticed that too. See, I keep doing that, and I keep fucking putting him right on top of me. Damn it. Come on now. See? So as you get hit by one, you don't even get up in time enough to... So if you hadn't dropped your damn stick in the first place, you stupid ass. Running on 2 fucking hours. Yeah, Big Bertha. Yeah, fucking. See, damn it, I keep doing that shit too. Right up under his fucking feet. Oh, that was it. Alright, well, I got that taken care of. I accidentally ended up going on a little further and kind of got to do a little creative editing here, but yeah, I'll pick this back up on another episode. It took me an hour and 45, something like that, maybe a little bit more. God damn. Of course, I got to talking and wasn't paying attention to half anything either. But yeah, I think that'll do it for now, and then I'll pick up where I left off. And yeah, try to get the rest of the way through this. Shouldn't be that much more longer. So, alright. That being said, thank you all for watching, and let me go ahead and do the thing. I'll see you later. This has been Conspicuously Incredible Gaming with your host, Mike. If you like this content, give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, share with all your friends, do all the things. Also, check out the links below for all the other places I'm on, and if you'd like to donate $1 or $2 to Streamlabs, you can do that. Just, you know, all that other good stuff. Join the Discord, too. I forgot the Discord last couple of times of saying it. So, you know, sharing different stuff on there and trying to get a little community going. We got a few of us. It's going good, but could always do with more. So, yep. Anyway, that being said, thank you all for watching. Take care and have a good 4. Conspicuously Incredible Gaming is a Conspicuously Incredible production. ConspicuouslyIncredible.com